Y'all, when I tell you, Amy, Erica ran my blood pressure up this episode. I couldn't even, like, ladies, is this, I don't even have the words because I'm so disappointed and so pissed off that this is where Erica has fallen to. Like, yeah, like, Erica Dixon, like, we were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. Like, really, at some point, like, people rode for you, Erica. But to watch this fall from grace, like, it low-key hurt my feelings because I really was rooting for you, Erica. From the minute you sat down at that table with Bambi, it's been bird energy ever since. And I'm I'm distraught. And then we got Amy. I don't know what's going on with Amy this season because she was another one that I really liked. I enjoyed watching, but now all of a sudden this season, I don't know what it's giving. But let's just go ahead and get into the episode before I just literally lose it. Like, I couldn't even get through the episode without having to go outside and take a breather, okay? Because y'all ran my blood pressure up. Only way to put it. Had me hot. So we start with Momma Dee. Oh, by the way, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. PSA announcement. All right, back to the televised program. Momma Dee, you know, she's with Scrappy. Scrappy needed to stop by and see Momma Dee ever since the whole situation where him and Erica had to pull up on her food truck spot, right? Because they were trying to get in business with Momma Dee, but Momma Dee, being, you know what, somewhat smart in this situation, is seeing that that got potential to go to hell in a handbasket. So yeah, Scrappy, he just showed up to, you know, with her to talk. You know, he was kind of feeling some type of way, but y'all just gonna have to get over it because I don't know how y'all aren't seeing that Momma Dee is the fact that Momma Dee is making sense in this situation should worry you, Scrappy, and you know how your mama is. Okay? But she wants to throw a, you know, Mother's Appreciation event, i.e., a gathering for shit to get messy at, okay? And so she basically let Scrappy know, you know, I am going to invite Jasmine because for one, Kirk and Rasheeda, we'll get into that at the end of the episode. Kirk and Rasheeda, I just gotta take a mental note so I don't forget. Kirk and Rasheeda, you know, weren't there for you in the situation when it comes to, hold on, y'all. This fly. I was about, boy, you lucky because I was about to get you. This fly has been working me for the past day. So yeah, Kirk and Rasheeda, like, when it came to the situation with him and Bambi, she's like, they really were just kind of one-sided. Now, I was gonna say this for the end, but I'm gonna go ahead. Oh my gosh, the disrespect. So Kirk and Rasheeda, Momma Dee, I get what you're saying, but Rasheeda, when it came to that situation, her, you know, speaking with Bambi, and, you know, she was right, though. Your feelings may be hurt, and you might not like that they did it, but in that situation, Bambi was right. And you know how she was right? We all know that you know she was right. It's because you don't even want to go into business with him. So she couldn't have been lying that much. It could have been one-sided that much, Momma Dee. But I think watching them do that, like the fact that they didn't do the fake, you know, for TV, basically, like, you know, in front of the camera to say that, you know, defend Scrappy, but like his behavior was indefensible at that time, Momma Dee. Like, come on. But she's in her feelings about it. We'll just put it that way. So she feels like, y'all want to interfere with my son, y'all don't want to believe him, none of that stuff. Okay, let's see what's going up in the Frost household. Y'all worry about the wrong damn thing. Okay, so it's like Momma Dee being messy, of course. So we move on to what happened after that. Momma Dee we saw Momma Dee, and then we go to Saucy Santana. So Saucy and Chef D are back doing their situationship because Saucy ain't getting married. But his mama comes and, she's writing a book just about having, obviously, a son that's gay, and obviously how that there's a nuance in that for a lot of people who are gay but still have a belief system. They still believe in, God, for instance, and that intersection where, LGBT and Christianity or religion crosses. It is what has a lot of people in the community basically mentally fucked up, because it's just kind of like, how can I be trying to believe in this thing that people are telling me, is saying I'm gonna go to hell for, And so that is, a struggle for a lot of people in the community. But nonetheless, his mom came around, and that's true Christianity. People who really truly are Christians don't do what a lot of people are doing with the, oh, you're gonna go to hell, and the transphobia and the homophobia. That's, y'all got religion effed up if you think that's really what God wants you doing. But she's writing a book and she's detailing Saucy's experience. And unfortunately, he was groomed and raped since 9 years old. I think he said from 9 to 16. And you think in those situations that it's so obvious to be say something, tell somebody. And for the longest, he did it. And finally, when he did, as the community does, get out of my way. As the community does, shove stuff under the rug. Just sweep it under the rug. We didn't hear it. People take their sides as usual. You have the people who want to defend the predator, and then you have the people who actually believe the victim. But to say that a 9-year-old is lying about 5, 6, 7 years of assault is crazy. So, I'm sure in that situation that would not only hurt me but piss me off, especially when you're not lying about something. But this is what happens in the community, not just with boys but girls as well. It's the typical, we know who Uncle Jerry is, that's why we don't send the kids over there at Thanksgiving. We know who Uncle Jerry is, that's why everybody makes sure to be in the same room as him at all times. The fact that that's even the fact that Uncle Jerry is even at this event is the problem in the first place, And so it's always just kind of a look the other way, unfortunately. But then when the consequences of that happens with the type of people that are being, thrown into the community as they're adults, and the ways that they act out via, being a man or a woman, it's nothing but, judgment of how they end up acting after that. And so also as well, for people, or not people, but boys who are assaulted, if they do become gay, the first thing that is thought of is did the assault, is that what changed you? Is that what, made you feel okay, this is, what I am? And that is obviously a thing that, does come across people a lot of times. And truthfully, honestly, I don't want to say that that's never been a situation through all our history to feel that's something that could happen. I don't think that that's something that has never happened, that in unpopular opinion. But to think that that's majority of it, I don't think that. But I'm sure in the, just through time and throughout evolution, I'm sure in the beginning, that could really F somebody up to think okay, then this must be, what I like, because maybe you do grow to like it. And unfortunately, also too, in those situations, if you are assaulted and you have a bodily reaction, you are even more confused, because how's my body reacting in a positive way, a quote unquote positive way, or just a finishing way, we'll just put it that way, because I'm having a reaction to it, that means I must have liked it. And it's no, your body's just doing its bodily act. That whole thing is a mental F up, for another conversation for another day. But nonetheless, it really was good to, watch Saucy and his mama just talk about it and how they've overcome that. And so, Chef D, he gets to talking about marriage, and the mama was like, what? Y'all ain't get married. Saucy, he is not trying to get married, Chef D, so y'all got to come up with something, because it ain't happening, okay? So, Jasmine and her mama, they are out, and they are playing with, I think his name is Cannon, right? And, he's having this good old time. And first of all, Jasmine, your mama bad. Like, your mama look good. Okay? And they really do look alike. And so Jasmine basically is explaining what her conversation went like with Rasheeda. And it's very clear that the mama, when she said, like, I had to sit down with Rasheeda, she kind of had like, oh, really? How did this go? It's very clear that Jasmine's mom would probably know the most of how uninvolved you are as a dad, because she's probably the person that fills in when you don't do your right. I think men always feel like it's so easy to be like, oh, we're evil, you point the finger, and y'all just let the baby mama be bitter and poison y'all's minds. I don't understand why I think people aren't observing y'all's behavior. People are observing y'all's behavior, i.e., especially with kids in situations, they feel like, the mama poisons the kids. You do know your kids watched you, right? And for y'all to think that they're not going to have a reaction to it as well, watching you either mistreat their mama, or, watch how you aren't supportive to the mama or been there, or even to them as kids. It's the same thing in people who are helping, these women. Like, when you don't show up to be a dad, us, her village, we pick up those pieces, right? And so Jasmine just kind of like, I don't like what Kirk's doing. The minute Kirk was like, oh, so you like, make sure you don't come to the door in your birthday suit, I knew exactly what he was trying to do. He was trying to already start developing the picture that Jasmine is the one doing the pursuing. And Kirk, we all know that's a lie. We all know she doesn't need to pursue you, really. But in this situation also as well, to try to paint the picture as if Jasmine is somebody that's trying to pursue you, Jasmine isn't one of those. Like, Jasmine's actions hasn't been those of that side chick that they're trying to make her out to be. Jasmine hasn't been on social media. She hasn't been, like, when is the last time we've seen like a Jasmine Rasheeda or a Jasmine Kirk like social media, hailstorm? We haven't seen none of that. Jasmine has been fairly quiet, like where there ain't been no mess going on. And so I think Kirk is trying to start out painting a picture of, oh, she's the one, doing more of the initiating. And that's why she was like, what are you talking about? Like, and that's why she was like, oh, okay, just don't forget, I don't erase no receipts. And then that's when Kirk was like, well, I mean, I wasn't saying that yeah, shut up, Kirk. And everybody else that's defending Kirk in this situation, and Rasheeda, because Rasheeda, you gonna get some too. Y'all are witty whack. But nonetheless, she basically explains to her mom, like, yeah, like, he's trying to paint me this picture, and you're not even really showing up for your son the way you need to be, and just to try to do that. And then Rasheeda, she's like, this is the first time I'm even seeing Rasheeda and sitting down with her, and she's trying to bring up the defect situation in essence of, okay, Kanan's been dropped off at school late too many times. So how about, if Jasmine's struggling to get your son to school, why aren't you getting your son to school? Or Rasheeda, why aren't you helping getting his son to school, right? Because you want to make sure that he's an involved father, correct? But not really, because he only had 1 week a month that he had to get Canon, or 1 week a month, or 1 day a month. Like, and you couldn't even do that. 1 week out of a whole month, like, you can't even do that much. And Rasheeda, you're not even trying to really influence him to do that much. And we see it. Like, we see you not really pushing for this relation with his son. So Rasheeda, you're just as much a part of the problem, because you're doing this fake, superficial face of like, I decided to take Kirk back, so I understand, I take what comes with him. No, obviously don't. You might understand the idea of, oh, I gotta take, this child, but to actually implement the actions that come after it in specifications to the child, and not just Kirk, as in taking his dog ass, dirt ass, po ass, slow ass back. Okay, shout out to Eric De Niro. Like, it's easy for women to do the first half of taking the man back. It's always so easy for y'all to take the man back. But then when the child comes, the actually forcing him to be a part of the child's life and making sure that is handled, because yes, I'm taking you back, but understand that's a mess that you're going to have to handle, is not what you're doing, Rasheeda. So you gonna have to get some too. But Jasmine lets her mom know, look, Momma Dee, she invited us to, like, little mommy, appreciation. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna come with what I know is, my facts, my truth. And I feel like Jasmine is kind of having a dilemma right now, because I do think that in her mind she does want to be in a good place with them, because she does, at the end of the day, clearly need help raising her child, because it's not supposed to be all on one person. One person cannot do it alone. And so if that's happening, this is where you show up, but y'all aren't. But in any essence, I think Jasmine also, when she came into that meeting, truly, like she said, wanted to come to a resolution. And she understands that, really, truly, honestly, like, okay, when it comes to the show also as well, I think she understands, like, the reason, I'm getting on this show is because Rasheeda gave the okay, and that's why in the beginning, I don't know if y'all remember in that episode, she was like, I really, don't want to do this. Like, I feel bad, now that we're trying to, like, actually be, somewhat cordial. I feel bad that I kind of got to, like, let this lady know, your nigga still is doing dirty stuff, And she knows that, once again, this is going to start the cycle of bull all over again, and probably is only going to push Kirk even further away. But at the end of the day, Kirk, this is your mess. Step up. This is your mess, so step up. Yeah, I don't think Jasmine is going in full on with the intention of just blowing up that spot, but she is going in with the intention of, you not finna lie on me though, like, and she has every right to do that. So yeah, moving on. Spice, yes, Spice, Sierra, Rennie Rucci, and there's one more. Spice, Sierra, Rennie Rucci. Damn, who was the fourth person? Spice, Sierra, Rennie Rucci, start with Shekinah. That's what I was like. Okay, there's one person, Shekinah. So Shekinah, she kind of did like a little cute little yang of just like appreciation for Rennie. Y'all, I've been a big fan of Rennie. If y'all haven't heard her song "Can't Be," bop, okay? But I still can't be your chick. I just wanna fall on the tip. Yes, Rennie, get back to music. I love that song. Y'all gotta hear a song "Can't Be" by Rennie Rucci. It's such a cute song, and it's like a sample. So yeah, everybody's showing up. Sierra got straight to it. I'm still kind of mad, and here goes Spice with the because I feel like, and this why does Spice have the same reaction as Bambi? Here we go, Sierra, with your feelings. Don't tell me about your feelings. The fact that was her reaction, it took me, okay? So, yeah, Spice is sitting down, and, Sierra gets straight to it. Ain't nobody show up for me. I ain't get no call, no text. Didn't nobody show up. Like, I'm just feeling some type of way. It's clearly you don't care. I'm around a bunch of fake people. And so Spice had to be like, whoa. Wait a minute, Sierra. Because at the end of the day, when I was in the hospital, you didn't show up, okay? Multiple times, Sierra. You did not show up for me, so why you expect for people to show up for you, okay? And that's what it was. At the end of the day, Sierra, it's very clear that as much as you feel like you're showing up for certain people, you're not showing up in the way that I think you are. Because you do these like one little offs, of like, oh, girl, I came to your event Like, you know, yeah, that's cute. You came to my event, appreciate it. But as far as showing up like in people's lives, you know, and like, I don't think you've done that necessarily consistently. And not only that, the fact that everybody was like, oh, we just thought you were trying to sell some shit. I didn't know Sierra was coming out with a numbing cream. Like, for real, for real. Like, I thought it was something that she was gonna do after the tattoo. Is this something that Sierra had? Y'all clarify this for me in the comments. Is this numbing cream something that she was already trying to promote for some dude, which is why she got the tattoo, trying to promote like his stuff, or it's after that happened and it was like, oh, that numbing cream, like, you know, worked or whatever, then I'll, you know, maybe this is something I'll get into, because bitch, I didn't feel nothing until my leg was on fire. Okay, shout out to Tia Kim, on fire. Okay, that leg was on fire. Okay, if you don't know, that's when she lit up Netta. Girl, you look like an orange when you peel it, y'all. I will never forget that. You look like an orange when you peel it. Is that neck is on fire. That's what she said, her. So, yeah, girl, her leg was on fire, and it was an infection, and it turned into everything. I also, too, Sierra, you can't be bad, because I don't think people knew the details like that. All you really said was, oh, I'm in the hospital. I don't remember her saying, like, how bad it was. Or if she did, like, to the extent of, like, girl, you almost lost your leg. But nonetheless, Sierra, you have to let it ride. And you got to start making some, you know, taking some introspective looks as to why everybody, you know, immediately was thinking, oh, man, she just trying to sell some shit. You got to ask yourself that. But Spice deters it back to Rennie, who we're here for. And she gives her this cute little outfit. Sierra start right back up. You know, thank you for the outfit. That's cute, Spice. You know, here for Rennie. I heard you were doing a cast little album or whatever. So who's on it? And she lets everybody know, okay, Rennie's gonna be on it. You know, the fact that you're pregnant, you know, being in the industry, you know, I get it. I definitely want you on there. And so Sierra was like, and who else? She's like, well, I'm still thinking about it. She's like, well, clearly, you know, you didn't reach out to me. You didn't reach out to me. And then it was just kind of like, Sierra, we get it. You did a song. And Spice is like, girl, I ain't even seen you since you dropped your first song, you know? And that's why Sierra had to be like, yeah, you know. And it's just kind of like, Sierra, we love you. But Spice was right, because she ended up going to the studio with Rennie. And she invited Rennie, and they were talking about the album, and Rennie just was discussing, you know, being her little, you know, pregnant love bubble, but she's itching to get back in the studio, because at the end of the day, you know, when you do get pregnant, there kind of is a level of sitting down you gotta have, which is why niggas be getting y'all pregnant, okay? Y'all gotta get the grift, all right? You know, everything's good right now with her and Black Zach, Black Rob, but we know how when babies come in the picture, niggas get to acting stupid. And right now everything's good. She's like, you know, I am looking for stuff to be wrong, and girl, if everything's going good, don't lose you a good man, Savannah. But I'm just saying, niggas gon' nig. What did they say? Right when you start praising your niggas, when he start get the act of the fool, is literally right after that. It's right the minute you start praising them, they get to having nothing but audacity. Yeah, and so she was like, you know, I want Amy, I want Rasheeda, obviously, Scrappy's gonna be on it, and as far as Sierra, no, she's like, I don't think this is something that Sierra truly wants to do, and it ain't. Exactly how Spice explained it is exactly how it is. She's just a girl who likes music and got money to do a music video. And Sierra kind of said herself, she's like, yeah, it was my first song, but I'm just gonna keep going until I get a hit. That's what Sierra's doing. She's just gonna keep doing stuff until one of these things pop, and then she might, you know, do a cute little yang yang. But is she really into music? No. And so yeah, I'm behind Spice with all of that. So now it is time for, you know, the Mother's Day events. Saucy sat with his gay mom. y'all know in the gay community, LGBT community, you know, they have their drag moms, their house moms, you know, because a lot of times these people do get kicked out on the streets, you know, and so they form their own families. But he basically was telling her about how his bio mom came over and, you know, talked about writing the book and what he went through and, you know, what that was like for him. And, you know, how he found support in his gay mom, you know, and how she used to be jealous and all of those sorts and stuff like that. And so, you know, the fact that their relationship is better is, you know, great. They get to talking about Chef D possibly want to get married, and he's like, I can't get married because I don't need to keep. I change my niggas like I change my drawers. Like I can't do that. A bitch can't sit down. And so, you know, he's like, but they keep coming back, so this coochie must be snatching something, okay? Giving that bussy out to Chef D. He cooking up in that ass, okay? I don't know why I said it like that. But yeah, so we get to the it's not Mother's Day event, but Mother's Appreciation event. Everybody's showing up. Amy, eye roll. She comes in to sit down with Momma Dee and Erica. I think they're there at that point. Amy is still on her F Bambi because she's feeling Momma Dee on her. You know what, Momma Dee? You know what? I'm really realizing that Bambi is fake, and you know she tried. Like it's just kind of like it's very clear, girl. You're taking this super seriously, or people are hyping Amy up behind the scenes because it's not coagulating. It's not associating with me why you are this pissed. You and Bambi weren't friends. Like, y'all were associates. Y'all were building a relationship. Yeah, would it have been nice? Yeah, like, girl, it could have been, you know, you could have filled me in. But how do you call yourself trying to build a relationship with somebody and you doing this? Like, too much, Amy. You got too much dip on your chip, all right? So, yeah, she started with the F Bambi stuff. And it's just kind of like, now she's like, you know, this is why I need friends like Erica. Later on with Erica, stood up for Rasheeda looking dumb. And speaking of Erica, she comes in and, you know, she's talking with Momma Dee. Okay, Light, why did you go away? I need you to clear up. She just kind of talks to Momma Dee and basically, you know, Momma Dee's like, you know, I just want, you know, I know you feel some type of way after Scrappy, but I just feel like y'all need to stick to co-parenting and that's it. Like, the fact that Momma Dee's the one making sense is crazy. And then she's like, well, you know, what's going on with you and Scrappy anyways? Because, I mean, yeah, y'all are good right now. What y'all getting back together? And she jokes that she's pregnant. A part of me feels like she low-key kind of put that out there just to test, to see what their reaction was going to be, or what reaction was going to be. I don't know. But this was clearly, obviously, before she knew that Scrappy got another bitch pregnant off that TV show. And the fact that she said, I'm putting the ball in Scrappy's court is making me feel like she told Scrappy, if you get your shit together, then maybe we can get back together. But in the meantime, Zick is Zick, okay? Because clearly, I really feel like they still fucking, okay? Ain't no way Erica is considering getting back with this man unless he got the magic sticks. Clearly, Scrappy got the magic stick because all the women's was cuckoo for this man. Just toxic. It's just toxic D. We know what it is. Yeah, the fact that she's like, yeah, I'm putting the ball in Scrappy's court is making me feel like that's what the setup is. Get your shit together, right? And we might can do something. Ugh. The fact that you're even considering that, ugh. That's what I'm saying. Erica is the biggest fall from grace. Like, I'm so pissed off about it. Like, Erica and Jackie from New Jersey, Housewives of New Jersey right now are on my wiggity whack list. Like, y'all fell from grace hard. I had so much hope for y'all, but here comes Jasmine. Everybody's looking like, what the fuck is she doing here? And that Erica was like, Momma Dee, I knew you was up to something. So Momma Dee, being messy, done slither her way over there to talk to Jasmine. And she's like, you know, I know what it's like when people, you know, don't want to get both sides. And I'm just not, you know, gonna listen to what they got to say. Like, I'm gonna listen to you too. So what's going on? And Jasmine lets Momma Dee know Kurt's still trying to, okay? And he basically is telling me, I'll give you more money, but more is gonna have to come with it, obviously, because as men do, they are the ones who make money transactional. Y'all put it on, oh, women make it so transactional. No, it's been transactional. It's been transactional, right? And here it is, Kirk. The only way you're gonna get more out of me is if I get to stick the tip in. And the fact that that's even, I'm not even surprised. And the thing is too, I don't even think Rasheeda's surprised. I think Rasheeda knows that that is something that Kirk was to do, but she don't care, because at the end of the day, bitch, so I don't have to. That's what it's giving. It's giving real, I know my husband and I know what he's doing, but keep the behind the scenes. Make sure at the minimum don't get the bitch pregnant like Wendy Williams. Like, around, but if you get the bitch pregnant, like, that's another thing. Now it's another level of humiliation. But now Rasheeda, at this point, you're humiliating yourself over the embarrassment that he's giving you. And to hear Jasmine come out, you know, with this information, it's just kind of like, damn, Kirk, you clearly didn't learn. You clearly didn't learn. But why would he? Rasheeda took him back. As Scrappy knew and said, well, what I know is no matter what Kirk do, Rasheeda gonna be there. That's what he expected out of Bambi. Ugh. So, she lets Momma Dee know that, you know, Momma Dee go worm her way back over there. And Erica goes over to get the tea because she felt the need to. And now she's feeling like, oh my God, you know, this side chick should be getting this, you know. She's jealous of Rasheeda. It's so easy for you to be like, oh, she's jealous of Rasheeda. Why? Why would she be jealous of Rasheeda? Like, really? Really? She's literally attached to a man who's done nothing. Who's done nothing but cause stress and chaos in her life. But of course, Erica is doing the typical, you know, the side chick, and you're the problem. You're the one that's trying to mess up a relationship. So Erica decides she want to go over there and be like, oh, so you got some tea for me? Like Jasmine said, no, I don't know you. She was giving real Mariah Carey. I don't know her. Like, I don't know you. And so she's like, well, you told Momma Dee. Well, go tell Momma Dee. Like, go talk to Momma Dee then. Like, why would you expect this girl to just dash her information on you? And matter of fact, it should show Erica you even more just how much she's not really trying to be messy and for TV and, you know, to here to just cause some bullshit, because she could have went to all the girls around the room, but she didn't do that. You know, she told Momma Dee and let Tweety Bird do what she do. Tweet, fly around to everybody, just dropping information. She knew what she was doing. She didn't have to do what the TV stuff is. She's not doing that. And so, you know, it's so easy, like I said, to point the finger at Jasmine. And here go Amy. This is why, you know, I need real friends like Erica. It's giving real. I wanted to be Team Bambi. Now I'm going to be Team Erica because she did, you know, maybe I wasn't, you know, a part of the group like I thought I was. That's what it's giving. And so now you want to be over there with Rasheeda, and now the mamas is getting into it because the mamas feel like she want to go after, because the friend was like, girl, what you come over here for? Because really, what did you come over here for? And then that set Erica's mom off, and then now Erica's mom is cussing. So of course I got Jasmine mama cussing like, girl, okay, I'm with it if you with it. I'm with it if you with it, you know? And that's where the episode ended, and just kind of like they over there talking about, cheers to side chicks. Erica, you were a side chick in your own relationship at one point. Matter of fact, Erica, probably one of the main reasons that you're thinking of giving back with Scrappy is because the man that you got pregnant by, that you had twins by, that you were allegedly the side chick to, we ain't forgot, Erica. We ain't forgot. Your slip is showing, okay? We see you, Erica, because we know about that, about how that man that you had twin babies with wasn't your man, was your man but not your man. So might want to reel it back, and you another one, just like Amy, too much dip on your chip. But yeah, you guys, that was Loving Hip Hop Atlanta. Y'all dropped down. Y'all Loving Hip Hop Atlanta is given this season. Like we're getting, you know, it's starting to feel a little bit more, you know, kind of like real Loving Hip Hop. We're getting a little bit closer to what it needs to be. But yeah, you guys, y'all drop it in the comments. Tell me what you feel about this episode. What y'all think about Jasmine telling the truth. Y'all feel like, you know, that's her right? You feel like Rasheeda at this point is just, you know, a lost cause? Does Sierra need to drop people not showing up for her at the hospital? And what y'all think about Amy? Y'all feel like Amy is really just like pushing it? Does she have a right to be mad at Bambi? And Erica, girl, Erica, go get some help. Go find Jesus, because I'm just so disappointed. Y'all follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I will catch you hoes later. Deuces.